Guys, I'm Hadiat Tudemboya. I am excited to be the hostess with the mostest for y'all tonight, and more excited for you guys to be able to spend some time with two amazing young men today. See, tonight is a night where you are being blessed by individuals that could truly be anywhere in the world. The first young man that you're going to meet tonight, he hails out of Minnesota at the moment. But he's somebody that, I want to say he has kind of like a rags to riches story, and he never wants to say that. But I'm telling you, he was an everyday person that had extraordinary dreams. And he found a vehicle that would allow him to do all the things that he desired, as well as create the family that most people dream of. Guys, I'm excited to be able to introduce you to today one of my brothers and a mentor of mine, somebody that I will follow to the end of the earth because I understand his heart as well as his integrity. He's a world-renowned speaker. He's literally traveled all over the world, inspiring people to take their lives to the very next level. But on top of him doing that, in his backyard, he is a father to a beautiful young son. And I love to see that he puts his family at the forefront of everything that he does. Guys, he's been a top earner in this industry over and over and over again. He's one of the most respected in this industry. And tonight, you will be blessed with him. So without further ado, I'm excited to introduce you to this leader amongst leaders, one of my closest friends, and somebody that has the greatest sense of humor. Mr. Martin Ruof.
Awesome. Thank you, Hadiatu. I so appreciate you. So Hadiatu and I have a long-running gag where I tease her all the time, and she gives me a hard time about my horrible sense of humor, which is actually hysterical. Anyway, that's the inside joke there. So look, all you got to do is look at my crazy hair, and that's I'm a funny guy. Just look at my hair. So first of all, everybody, thank you so much for taking the time to be on here. My name is Martin Ruof. It is not DreamTrips International, as it says on the thing there. But again, it's Martin Ruof, and I'm very, very excited to be here. We got so much going on right now. It's amazing. And what we're going to do in a very short period of time, about 30 minutes, perhaps in the next 30 minutes, is we're going to show you some information that straight up, it's an incredible opportunity. And I don't normally say that right out of the gate, but that's just the fact. It's an incredible opportunity. For what? Well, it's an incredible financial opportunity. It's an incredible opportunity to travel around the world. It's an incredible opportunity to meet amazing people. It's an incredible opportunity to provide extraordinary value, even simple value, to other people. It's an incredible opportunity to transform your life. Now, that might sound a little lofty, but that's the reality. I can say that because that's what's happened to me in the last really 20 years of my life. Just briefly, my background is I was 20 years ago, I worked in the restaurant industry. I was living in Los Angeles. I was living in a one-room apartment in Venice Beach. And, my life wasn't bad, but it was not where I wanted it to be. My life wasn't bad, but it wasn't great either, because I wasn't living my life to the fullest. I wasn't making the kind of money I wanted to make. I wasn't making the impact that I wanted to make. And frankly, I was building somebody else's dream at the sacrifice of my own. I met a couple of people that introduced me to the idea of being an entrepreneur. I started seeking out mentors that had the things that I wanted: the income, the lifestyle, the freedom, the relationships, the mindset. I started seeking these mentors out. I started reading about personal development. And as I changed my minds, I changed my inner world, my outer world transformed. As I grew my mindset, my bank account grew as well. And so over the last 20 years, I've experienced an extraordinary lifestyle, have traveled all around the world, teaching people how to get paid to travel and share their stories. So that is what we're going to talk about in the next about 25 minutes. What I'm going to show you is incredibly simple. I'm going to move lightning fast through this because you will get it in the first 2 to 3 minutes. So here's how it works. Basically, it is a program called DreamTrips, and what we are is an exclusive members-only vacation club. What we offer are exclusive, members only vacations, but that's just on the surface. What we really offer is the ability to absolutely upgrade your lifestyle, your travel style, and your bank account. Now, how do we do that? It's very, very simple. Again, it all comes down to DreamTrips. And understand first and foremost that the travel industry has gone through an incredible transformation over the last basically 4 years. We all know that during the pandemic, trillions of dollars were lost in the industry, in the travel industry globally. That is now rebounding. So for those of you with an eye for business, understand that business is so much of it is, they say location, location, location. Yeah, it's really timing. And so right now, the time to get started in this industry, in this sector, it could not be better, because the demand for travel right now is greater today than it was in 2019 prior to the pandemic. The estimates, Forbes estimates that the travel industry will gain $5 trillion. $5 trillion before 2030. That is an industry I want to be a part of, but I also want to be in front of that wave. And that's exactly what you have the opportunity to do here. Understand that DreamTrips, this is not a new concept. We have proven this. We have absolutely established not just an incredible foundation, but we have established a scalable foundation. And this is how we've done it, because we've sent 1.3 million travelers to over 30,000 different dream trips to over 70 destinations. So you don't have to wonder if it works. The proof is in the pudding. The proof is in the pictures. The proof is in the video. The proof is in our stories. So what we're here to do tonight is help you, basically share our story so you can change yours. So here's what a dream trip is all about. Again, exclusive members only vacations. What we do is we curate these trips all around the world. As a member, you get access to as many trips as you can fit into your schedule. I promise you, you can't do as many dream trips as we have. Just this past weekend, we had 6 dream trips going around globally. And that's just the 6 that I know of. However, with the dream trips, not only are you getting access to great locations, you're getting access to a lot of cool benefits and what we would call features. So here's an example of a dream trip. This is to Bali. As you can see, Bali, Indonesia, $729. Now, that's what everyone's eyes immediately go to. What's the price? Cool. Well, there's our price. That's not per day. That's per person. Again, your membership covers you plus one other person. Doesn't matter who it is. Bring a friend, significant other, spouse. It's entirely up to you. What's included are all kinds of benefits and features that you can read on your screen. I'll read the first ones just so you get the hang of it. You got a daily breakfast, 1 lunch, and 3 dinners. That's included. Also, multiple tours throughout multiple days. All of that's included. Of course, your accommodations, transfers to and from the airport, always included, plus your taxes, your resort fees, hotel fees, all of that. That's the price. And we include a DreamTrips host. What's a DreamTrips host? It's like your own personal concierge. You have access to them the moment you book the trip, all the way up, of course, to the trip, during the trip, and even post-trip. It is phenomenal. The host concept is something that sets us above and beyond. It is a value you truly cannot quantify. Truly, you can't quantify it, because you now have someone that is there for you, helping answer questions, making reservations at restaurants, excursions, anything you want. Maybe you want to bring a significant other, and maybe it's an anniversary. Talk to the DreamTrips host. They can lay out, roses and champagne and chocolates, all sorts of cool things. It's a value that is easily overlooked until you use it, and you're like, oh my God, I never want to travel without my own personal concierge ever again. So here we have Dubai. Right now, it seems like we're doing almost 3 or 4 trips per quarter to Dubai. If you've never been, you've got to go. I think it should be considered one of the new, 7 or 8 wonders of the world. It's breathtaking. So go with us, $589, 5 days, 4 nights. This is dripping with value. It is overflowing with value. Here we have Denver. We do a lot of cool, unique trips, what we call them niche trips. Here's driving supercars, Ferraris, all kinds of, Porsches and McLarens and cool cars all throughout the mountains in Denver. Here we have Washington, D.C. Here we've got Greece. My friend Gabby just returned from this trip. If you're like, yeah, but I don't know how to sail, you don't need to know, because there's a captain and a crew that takes care of you every step of the way. This particular trip also is one of our most sought after trips. We don't do it all the time. We do it about once a year, maybe twice a year, but it's an extraordinary trip. So by now you're getting the idea of how the program works. Cool trips. And I just say cool trips, amazing experiences all around the world. Pick and choose however many you want to go on. It's as simple as that. The value of this goes far beyond, though, what you're seeing on the screen. The value is actually what I think the greatest value. It's the community. It's who you're traveling with. It's who you're meeting. We have a lot of people that will go on these trips, and they could be single, they could be just they may not know anyone on the trip, but by the time the trip is over, they're fast friends, they're like best friends, with people that they've met from all around the world. And there's so many great stories about that. I could go on and on, but I won't. But I will say this: I did meet my wife in this club. Now, we're not a singles club or anything like that, just saying, could happen for you too. Now, moving on with Dream Trips. And before actually I do that, let me just say this real quickly. There are more trips, as I mentioned, than you could possibly take. I've shown you 6 or 7 trips. As I mentioned, we just had 6 trips this past weekend. We do more trips than most in a month than most companies do in 2 or 3 years. Okay, we are the leader. We are the benchmark for travel in this industry, bar none. Okay, so let's move on. We know that you're not always going to do a dream trip every single week. We do have people that will take 1 or 2 trips, believe it or not, every single month. But maybe you're like a normal traveler, you're going to travel 1, 2, 3, or 4 times a year. So we want to provide a daily local value for you. That is through our entertainment portal. This is fantastic. You're getting all kinds of cool daily deals through the online mall, if you will. And that's just a handful of some of the vendors that we use, but there's literally hundreds, if not thousands, that you have access to. Plus, you can book tea times. You can go to major sporting events, major concerts, theme parks. That's super cool. But these two benefits, I think, are the coolest: the concierge and the airport lounges. Now, the concierge, some of our members will get access to this. This is not for every single member, but what's cool about this is that you now have access to a concierge that you can use to make restaurant reservations. That's like simple to them. That's actually boring to them, but use it. It's cool. It's cool for you. They're like, come on, challenge us. You can use them to plan trips, one-off trips outside of Dream Trips. You can use them to impress a significant other or a date. You can use them to do, make calls for you. Anyway, it's super cool. Now, then you also have the airport lounges. The airport lounges is very, very interesting. This is something that people are like, what's so great about an airport lounge? Do it once, you're like, I never want to not go to an airport lounge ever again. It will change the way you travel. It will change the way you feel about travel. You will literally arrive to the airport hours early just to go hang out in the lounge. All the food that's included, all the drinks that are included. They've some lounges have masseuses. I mean, it's legit. So these 2 benefits are for some of the memberships that we offer. I'll show you those memberships in just a second. But literally access to over 1,300 lounges worldwide. Now, we also reward travel. We reward frequent or recurring Dream Trips travel. We do this very simply. Take 5 dream trips with us. You're going to earn a free cruise. That's for 2 people. It's a real cruise. It's not like a little rowboat, you know, it's an honest to God, awesome, awesome cruise. Take 10 dream trips with us. You're going to earn $1,000 towards another dream trip. And by the way, this just obviously goes up all the way 15 trips, 20 trips, all the way up to 100 dream trips. These aren't how many trips you do in 1 year. These are how many dream trips you do in the lifetime of your membership. So you could be a member with us for 5 years, and in those 5 years, you do 20 dream trips or you do 100 dream trips, and the company will give you a $50,000 custom-made trip of a lifetime. So we reward the loyalty there on Dream Trips, and we reward loyalty through our booking engine. This is separate from a dream trip. Remember, dream trips, set times, you can book them 6 to 8 months in advance. We also provide this booking engine, which becomes your own personal booking portal that you can use for what I call one-off travel. What's one-off travel? Hey, I want to go to Miami. Hey, you want to go to Atlanta. Hey, you want to go to Fiji, whatever. You just want to book a trip, but it's not a dream trip. You can do it through the portal. Think of it kind of like having Expedia as your own personal search engine, but this goes beyond Expedia because we wind up beating the rates on Expedia a lot of the time through our loyalty program. So through this engine, you're going to save up to 60% off standard list rates on over 800,000 different hotels and resorts worldwide. You're going to get access to global condos for as low as $299 per week and 4- and 5-star properties, all-inclusive resorts for as low as $80 a day. Plus, we have an incredible global cruise engine as well. So now here's an apples to apples comparison. All we did was we took a trip to New York, staying at the Hilton. You can see the dates. And this was right on Expedia, which happened to be the best price that we could find online. Okay. At that time, you can see $440 a night. For the entire stay, a little over $1,600. We went on to our site, apples to apples, same property, same dates, same room class, same everything. We destroyed the best online price that we could find by 51%. You see, when you join us tonight, you will earn 500 loyalty points. That really is $500. Now, you don't convert it into cash and put it into your bank account. You simply use the points to knock off the price of the property that you're searching for. So here, the Hilton, it went from $440 on Expedia all the way down to $212 per night with us. You save 51%. The straight up fact is, read any financial book and they're going to tell you $1 saved is $1 earned. More money stays in your pocket to do the things that you really want to do on your trips. It's fantastic. And again, this works at 800,000 properties worldwide. Also, remember this. Not only are you saving money when you're booking with us because you're using loyalty points, remember, the company is going to give you 500 points just to join. They're going to give you 25% in points back based on whatever you just booked. It's incredible. Like, it's insane. Now, you're always going to be earning points, and I'll show you how that works in just a second. You can also use these points towards, works on the cruise engine as well, and be a member with us for 6 months, 6 consecutive months. The company is going to give you a free cruise for 2 people. Okay. Now, it's like, I feel like the guy in like this infomercial that's like, but wait, there's more, right? It's just overflowing with value. And when you see the price on this, some of you are going to be like, give me a break. How is this even possible? I'm going to show you in a second. Here's the cruise engine, global inventory of cruises. 25% is what you're able to save, what you're going to get back on the booking price through loyalty points, plus onboard cabin credits up to $1,500. Okay, let's get to the prices because I'm like, holy smokes. Here we go. We have 3 levels of the membership. Okay, now listen very closely. Tonight is the last night you get access to these memberships. It is the last night. So if you need to think about anything, you got like a second to think about it. Okay, here are the prices. However, those are not the prices. Okay, these are the normal prices. However, we're running a promotion which ends at 11. It ends basically at midnight Central Time tonight, and it's $1. So you can get the memberships that I just showed you, standard, plus, or priority. Priority is the highest level membership. Standard is the standard membership, and plus is in the middle. You can get any of these for $1. Literally, I got 4 quarters in my hand right here. 4 quarters gives you access to any of these memberships. All you do is pay the monthly fee in your second month. Join tonight for $1. That's all you pay. 30 days from now, you pay either $70 for standard, $16 or $99 for, just call it $100 for plus, or $130 for priority. My advice is get in now and get priority. Trust me, that membership has the biggest bang for the buck by far. It is fantastic. And listen, you are going to earn, the company is going to give you 3 times whatever you're spending on the monthly, 3 times that back in points. So every month you're spending 130. Cool. The company's going to give you 387 points. These points never, ever expire. You have them for life. So here's the deal. You're looking at this, and now you see why we are the #1 travel program, bar none. Period. End of story. Nobody holds a candle to us. This is how it works. $1. It's literally ending in about, I think it's 5 hours, 8:30, 9:30, 10:30, 11:30. Yeah, 5 hours. So most of you have already decided to jump on board with us because you're like, this is super cool. This is great. Now I'm going to switch gears and I'm going to wrap my part up and bring on a very good friend and business partner that I'm going to tell you right now is going to just knock your socks off and make you look at your life in a whole different way. But here's the reality. If you want to make money with us, become what's called an IBO, purchase the IBO, the Independent Business Owner System. It's $30 per month. You get this for $1, the same $1 you use to purchase standard, plus, or priority. Go for priority. Now, do you have to do this? No, you do not. Do I recommend you do this? Yes, I do. Why? Huge reason. Make money. Period. End of story. Make money. Create freedom. How many of you want to make more money in your lives? Every hand goes up. How many of you want to be able to pay less taxes? Every hand should go up. The tax benefits of owning a home-based business are extraordinary. Talk to your tax professional. I am not one, but I've been doing this for 20 years. Tax laws are written for business owners, not for W-2 employees. If you're a W-2 employee, cool. Get a home-based business for $30 a month. This also now allows you to write your monthly membership off. Hello. Okay, now, how do you earn with us? There's lots of ways. However, tomorrow we actually just announced a brand new compensation plan that is, holy smokes, lucrative. I'm not going to go into it. What I am going to do is share with you one simple concept that frankly is just, it's a game changer. And it's this right here. It's get 4, pay no more. What does that mean? You refer 4 people, your monthly fees are gone, wiped out. You don't pay them again. However, you still will earn your loyalty points as a priority member, 387 loyalty points every single month. You're no longer paying to be a member. Your membership is free, and the company's giving you 387 points every single month. It's phenomenal. Why would we do that? Why wouldn't we do it? Because we can, because it's great business, because good news spreads fast. We compensate you to share this with other people. So our goal is to help you share this with as many people as you can and to build a community of other people that are traveling and sharing, sharing and sharing and taking a trip every now and then, sharing and getting paid, sharing and creating income, sharing and creating wealth, sharing and creating freedom. That's the name of the game. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to introduce a good friend of mine. I'm going to turn off my camera or turn off my thing there. And I want to introduce a good friend of mine. Before I introduce this individual, what I'd like to do is to impress upon you one very simple thing. Travel is the thing that everybody wants. They just want it. It's an inherent yes. Everyone wants to travel more. Everyone wants to experience the world, but especially coming out of the pandemic, people's mindsets have changed. Their values have changed. Their priorities have changed. People aren't all about like going out and, buying watches and things. And yes, people want those things, but you know what they really want? Experience. They want quality experiences. They want to build their mindset. They want to increase the quality of their life. And everyone knows that the way to do that is to build your mind. People want to transform themselves from where they are to where they ultimately want to be. And we help them do that. We facilitate that process of transformation. We facilitate it in a way where it's faster and it's more enjoyable. And quite frankly, it is incredibly lucrative. So with that said, I just realized, Kylie, I got to bring you on here and I didn't bring you over and I so apologize. Hopefully Kylie, you're on here. I'm not seeing you. Kylie. Oh, there we go. Pardon me. All right. Sorry, folks. I got so caught up that, it's like, here, let me put my glasses on and let me see here. Okay, there's Kylie. All right. So I'm promoting you to Kylie. I just promoted you to the panelist side. Cool. If you can just unmute. And Kylie is somebody that I know, I've known for years. We've traveled to lots of different places. We were just in the Dominican Republic. She lives in Australia. She lives in one of truly the most beautiful places on planet Earth. And I'm like, why would you ever leave? Because you live in paradise. Well, it's because people want to experience the world. So she and a whole group of her friends flew from Australia to the Dominican Republic. Truly, like Jeff Ross and so many others, some of the coolest people you will ever meet, the hands down the most fun people you will ever travel with, I promise you. And that's what's so cool is that I met Kylie, I met Jeff Ross, I met so many other awesome people purely because of Dream Trips. Never in a million years would Kylie and I have ever met were it not for this awesome club. So Kylie, thank you so much for being on. Would you just share your story with us, please?
Martin, thank you so much for that intro. Loved hanging out with you in Punta Cana. And of course, our 7 Aussies, Aussie. Hi, everyone. Yes, I'm the crazy Aussie. I'm KickAss Kylie based in the beautiful Whitsundays. And when I first got introduced to Dream Trips, I was actually a broken mess. I just lost everything. I was forced to sell my home, everything that I owned, and I even had my car repossessed. And I didn't think I could travel for 5 to 10 years based on the mess that I was in. I was broken. And thanks to what you've just seen, this has completely transformed my life. I've been on over 40 Dream Trips. And as Martin shared, my favorite thing is just meeting friends who are now family from all over the world. And just in the last year, since we've relaunched post-COVID, look, I've been on 5 amazing Dream Trips. I've checked off my #1 bucket list destination to Santorini, Athens, Hawaii, Fraser Island. We've just gotten back from Punta Cana, the Caribbean. I had to Google where that was. I didn't even know. And, the true blessing when you're a part of this community, you meet these incredible people. Normal people catch up for coffee and drinks with their friends. We fly to epic destinations all over the world and check off really cool bucket list experiences and make memories with our family and friends that are going to last a lifetime. And this has allowed me to get my life back together, create an incredible life for my children as a single mom, but also financially to be able to, give my kids the life that most single moms can't do. And my favorite part now is blessing our beautiful new people just like you and welcoming you to come aboard as well. And Martin, thank you so much for allowing me to share, and I'll hand back to you.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, Kylie. And, I'm really excited now to introduce just another very, very good friend of mine. He's someone who I've known this individual for, I don't know, more than a decade. And I have seen him speak all around the world. He's a best-selling author of multiple books. The first book I ever read of his, From the Hood to Doing Good, and was one of those books that's just incredibly transformational. And he is someone who creates an extraordinary impact and has made an incredible impact in my life, continues to do so, but most importantly, does so for not tens of thousands, not hundreds of thousands, but he has impacted millions of people's lives all around the world. Multi-millionaire, just an extraordinary businessman, great human being, incredible father. And I've just my honor to introduce the one and only Mr. Johnny Wimbrey.
Thank you so much, Martin. I greatly appreciate it, man. Listen, Martin is my sponsor in DreamTrips, and that should tell you our relationship and our history, as well as, you know, I'm not the type of person that, you know, just wants to work with anyone. So having access to Martin definitely empowers me and it activates me. So my job is very simple. I'm just amazed that something so big has been squeezed all the way down to less than 35 minutes of information, and you're already interested. Imagine how you're going to feel next week. Imagine how you're going to feel after taking your first dream trip. Imagine how you are going to feel after making your first commission because you shared the fun with someone else. Now, I want you to focus on one thing that I just said. Share the fun. Now, we are in the home-based business arena. And typically when I start talking about this, people get nervous. Oh my God, it's one of those things. Yes, it is one of those things. It's one of those things that help set people free. It's one of those things that help create success in people's lives, just like you and me. Here's the difference about our thing. And our thing, you know, we're not selling water or potions or lotions or pills. And there's nothing wrong with that. There is absolutely nothing wrong with that. We love those companies. I speak at many of those companies. I support many of those companies. But none of them are sharing the fun. They're sharing the opportunity. They're sharing the products that are changing lives, that are making, you know, your digestive system work in a way that it doesn't work without those nutrients. That's great. That's wonderful. I would be willing to bet, and I'm not kidding, that I take more nutritionals than 99.9% of the people who are listening to me right now. And if I showed you the vitamins I take before I go to bed, and I show you the vitamins I take when I wake up, I show you the drink that I take, you'd be like, yeah, that's not normal. Normal people don't take those type of vitamins. Well, listen, I take vitamins, but I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to sell it. I don't want to throw them into your life. I want you to be healthy, but it's none of my business. But what I do want is I want you to have fun. I literally have joy from the inside when I show people how to have fun, when I show people how to live life, because of DreamTrips. And DreamTrips and everything that has been in my life and the people's lives that I've shared with around the world, I've seen people come out of college and use the dream trip opportunity to pay for their balance of their loans. I've seen it. I've experienced it. And that's great to talk about. But what's more fun to talk about is that exact same person was traveling around the world having fun while they were paying off their debt. Dozens of stories, single mothers who have never, made 6 figures a year, who are living an amazing life. And that's not a guarantee of income. Listen, let me tell you this. Martin can't guarantee anything you're going to make. I can't guarantee. The owners, DreamTrips, none of us can guarantee what's going to happen to you when you join DreamTrips. But we do this. We guarantee you an opportunity. We guarantee you an opportunity, the same opportunity that was shared with me. Every single person who is a DreamTrips member was invited by someone just like you. Every person who's on this presentation right now who's interested in DreamTrips and you want more information, you're going to contact the person who invited you to this presentation. You're going to get that information. But here's what's crazy. That's exactly what happened to them. A friend or family member or someone somewhere shared the existence of DreamTrips, and now they're with us. Imagine it being you telling your story like Kylie did. Well, somebody told her about DreamTrips. So I'm going to leave you with this question. Is it possible for you to be at the right place at the right time? Now, as a personal development coach, as an author, as one of the foremost leading speakers in the world, when I ask you this question, I'm not asking like a normal person. I'm asking like a person who has generated, massive success stories around the world in seminars, been on stage, been on projects with some of the greatest influences of our time. I'm asking you a question that I want you to think about from you to you. Is it possible for you to be at the right place at the right time? And the reason I'm slowing down to ask this question, because I have learned that people can see something great and incredible and something that's empowering and something that even gets them excited and still walk away from it. Why? Because they see it good for someone else, but they don't see it good for them, as if you don't deserve it. So here's the question. Is it possible for you to be at the right place at the right time? And then I want you to ask yourself the question, what if this is your right place? What if this is your right time? Being at the right place at the right time means nothing if you don't take action. Emmitt Smith is a really good friend of mine. He still holds the record in the NFL for rushing yards. Super guy. He's one of my business partners. Great guy. Still a legend. He won Dancing with the Stars, if you don't know anything about football. Emmitt Smith was in the locker room when Mark Cuban came in. He told me the story. Many of my friends, Larry Brown, Troy Aikman, they've told me these stories. That Mark Cuban walks into the football locker room with the Dallas Cowboys, and he talks about this concept and this idea that he has called broadcast.com. Every one of the players were multimillionaires in that room. They're legends. Zero invested. None of them are billionaires. Mark Cuban is a billionaire. Right place, right time, had nothing to do with them not being able to afford it. They didn't take action. Your family members and friends will hear about DreamTrips. The question is, will you be joining their team? Or will they be joining yours because you knew first? Get with the person who invited you to this live presentation. 41 minutes of your time. And I know that you're interested. How many people do you know that want to have fun, freedom, and fulfillment? Fulfillment, because there are many things that we do on our dream trips that are going to expand you. It's going to expand your character. You're going to be able to invite family members and friends to create transformational environments. All that information will come starting September 1st. When is that? It's a few hours. So this is your opportunity. I wish I had 4 quarters. Let me tell you something. Anybody who has access to 4 quarters at the snap of the finger is a bad person. That person, listen, you're the coolest person on the planet, Martin. You reached over your screen, your hand left the screen, and you came back with 4 quarters. You're a powerful person. For 4 quarters, you can be a part of this. For 4 quarters, you can experience it just as if you paid $1,000 at the highest level to be a member, or $600 at the highest level. You can experience it for $1 and you still get the loyalty points. We have bent over backwards to prove to the world we're not playing around. Now, after millions of people who have heard the word DreamTrips, hundreds of thousands of people who have been on DreamTrips, Now we're bringing it to you. But tonight is the very last night that we want to say, hey, we want to prove to you it's going to work. The proof is behind us. We don't have to give anything for $1 anymore. That ends in 3 hours. So for you, right now, get with the person who invited you out. Kickstart the tires. Try it out for $1. Trust me, you'll be glad you did. We are DreamTrips. We're building a dream world in a dream verse, and nothing's going to stop us. Come join us. Come empower. Come help. My wife and I, we built 6 schools in Guatemala. We wrote the check for those schools to be built. But what's crazy is we had team members go to Guatemala to build those schools together on a dream trip. So if you're not interested in the money, come join us for the fulfillment. We need you. Hawaii needs you. There are things that we're working on right now that you could be a part of that can give back and be a blessing that's going to outlive you. And that happens in Dream Trips pretty much on the regular. It's just who we are. So God bless you. Thank you so much, Martin. I appreciate it. We are done. 44 minutes of your life. Welcome to the greatest opportunity on the planet. We're done.